This is Prasant Naidu here from Lighthouse Insights, and today we have Samir Bangara. He is the co-founder at Qyuki and the managing director. Hi, Samir.
Hi, Prasant.
Good to have you here at Lighthouse Insights show.
Thank you for having me.
Samir, before we take up more broader and interesting questions, how's things shaping at Qyuki with you being the boss out here as a co-founder?
Well, boss is a term that that people at Qyuki are encouraged not to use. We're a really young, flat team. But as any startup you talk to, we're about, I think in our rebirth phase, we're about 10 or 11 months old. So, the typical hours in the company are 10 a.m. to about 2, 3 in the morning. So things are hectic, things are fun, and it's a really young, motivated team that's pushing the midnight oil to create a new age broadcast network, so to speak.
Good to hear that, Samir, that it's a flat team and it's a young team and you guys are doing good. Samir, I remember a year back, I think if I'm not wrong, you actually joined in at Qyuki, and if I look at your profile also, you had an interesting profile and which is somewhere connected to the video space also. Was that the only reason why that interested you to Qyuki, or what was the idea behind it, if you can share about it?
Yeah, actually, I've been around doing different things. Started off in the venture capital business, but always worked with early stage companies in the venture capital business. And that was my first tryst with a company called India Games, which we backed in 2000. And then I spent some time, about 6 odd years, as an investment banker. And one of the key things that I was doing at that time was helping, again, startups, business process outsourcing companies, and technology companies either raise money or sell their businesses. And one of the interesting deals at that point in time was helping India Games, bring in a new investor, etc. At some point in time, I decided that I'd known the team so well, I came on board and then ran that business. So I was really in the video gaming space, not so much in the video space. But towards the end of my stint, after we sold the company to Disney, I was looking at the video space. I'd seen what was happening, in the entire mobile VAS ecosystem, the value-added services ecosystem, and realized that video was actually the killer app that really had never happened. And there was this big gap between digital for creators who didn't really understand digital monetization and subject matter experts who didn't understand the creation of content or monetization. And I just felt that there was a great opportunity to create an interesting business model out of that. And that really developed into this goal of creating a new age broadcast network for youth, for millennials as we call them, people born after 1980, a broadcast network that caters to the content requirements for this young generation, focused on India. And given the fact that we decided to co-found the company with Shekhar Kapoor and A.R. Rahman, the legendary names in film and music, it stood to reason to focus our efforts around film and music rather than spread them very far and wide.
Interesting to hear that, Samir. Samir, video space is obviously interesting, and a lot of businesses are looking at it from different point of view. Very few are looking at it from a content space. More are putting the money into the data and the analytics part and things like that. But I've seen Qyuki from the day it was born. Actually, we reviewed it, what Qyuki was. When you joined, there was a kind of a buzz in the market that Qyuki has shut down and another network couldn't work in India. But I think, and as we were speaking, that Qyuki has reinvented itself. Would you like to share how Qyuki has reinvented, and why should people be interested in Qyuki if I am a video creator, if I'm a video consumer?
Sure.
Creator?
Sure. You're actually right in some regard. I was really keen to start something from scratch. I was actually doing a startup with a friend of mine called Sagar Gokhale. And it was at that point in time that our paths crossed again with my ex-investor in India Games, Cisco. Got chatting with Shekhar again, and we decided to. We found that we had a lot of common ground. we realized that all of us wanted to go in the same direction. It was in some sense, a radical shift from the direction Qyuki was going. If you saw the past Qyuki that you're referring to was like a Pinterest or a social network for creators, and it was a destination. Qyuki today at the core, which is supporting a creator network or supporting creative expression at the DNA level, it's still the same. But what you see above the ground, I guess in some sense couldn't have been more different than what it was. And right now, so firstly, we're not a destination. If you are a consumer of content, you do not have to come to Qyuki.com. We are a creator brand, we're not a consumer brand. So Qyuki connects with creators, and I'll talk about why, how creators benefit from that connection. And then we help the creators grow their audiences, because we fundamentally believe that audiences connect with human beings, with individual creators or groups of creators rather than corporations. And I think the business of creating a social network, so to speak, there are enough social networks that exist that are smaller networks, the Behances, the Dribbles of the world, and of course the Facebooks and Pinterest, and that our value proposition was far better in trying to help specific groups of creators actually create their video destinations, not our video destination, build their fan following, but through that network of working with different creators and building their channels on multiple online platforms, we would actually create a network. So if you think of it, what is a Star TV network? A Star TV network is content at one end, and it is viewers at the other end. And there is a technology which could be DTH or cable that is supplying this content to the viewers. In this case, the elephant in the room is really YouTube as the main technology that is supplying that content. But we are working with creators to help them create that content, and I'll talk about that in just a minute. And we are building their fan base. The counterintuitive part just is that it's not Qyuki.com that you come to see this content. You actually come to, let's say Prashant Naidu's channel, or you would come to, your channel. If you had a talent, and that talent, by the way, is focused on filmmaking and music, we would help you build your audiences and your channel, and people would come, become fans, become subscribers, and so on and so forth. And there's a business model that is built around that. Now, what we empower creators with is, what bogs down a creator, whether you're Shekhar Kapoor or an A.R. Rahman or an up-and-coming creator, there is always that business aspect of creativity that the more right-brained you are, the less excited you are about all of those things. Creators want to be focused around creating. So can we take away the problem of organizing a studio, sound, lights, DOPs, editors? Can we take away the problem of where do I distribute this content once it's all created? Those are the gaps that we plug in so that the creator can focus on what they want to make. And fundamentally, again, what's different is the creators retain ownership in what they're making. So when Qyuki comes in with its infrastructure, which is we've got sound, edit, Chroma Studios. We've got a fantastic partner in Mr. Ranjit Barot, whose studio is also accessible to Qyuki creators. It's a studio where A.R. Rahman would come and record his songs. So you've got varying levels of infrastructure that you can access. And by the way, these are all without any charge to creators. So it's a significant value add for any level of creator in the spectrum who comes in, leverages this infrastructure, and once that content is created, then we take care of actually spawning their digital channels. If they have one, we manage the channel, and then we go about distributing this. And at the end of this, in terms of monetization, I think the real needle movers come in where you have strong creators who have strong followings. We plug in the brand connect to help them monetize that content as branded content. And that's really, I think everybody recognizes that monetization on the web, thank God for YouTube even sharing revenues, but I don't think that's going to earn anybody a living. But if you're scaling this up and serious about making this a business, we also help the creators connect with brands so that actually they can make it a real business.